Okay, let's explore something really interesting today, a bit of a surprising travel story. You know, when you think Greece, you probably picture Santorini, maybe Mykonos, those famous islands. But what if I told you one of the biggest tourism shifts is actually happening way up in northern Greece?
Yeah, today we're doing a deep dive into these two charming seaside villages, Nea Iraklitsa and Nea Peramos. There's this incredible surge, really, of Bulgarian tourists choosing these spots. And interestingly, they're almost all booking through Airbnb.
Right. And this isn't just like something we've noticed casually. Our info for this deep dive, it comes straight from a professional Airbnb manager right there in Kavala. They've got over a decade of experience, boots on the ground, and their internal data, which we've cross-checked with the Greek National Tourism Organization numbers, it confirms everything. So our mission today, to really unpack what's going on here. It's this fascinating mix of, well, geography, culture, money, tech, all driving this very specific boom. Okay, let's get into those numbers then, because they really tell a story. The core finding, and this is huge for anyone with property there, is that Bulgarian guests, they now make up almost 40%. 40% of all bookings in Nea Iraklitsa and Nea Peramos. That makes them the biggest international group by far.
It's not just a snapshot either, it's the growth. Looking at the internal data, managing dozens of these places, Bulgarian arrivals are up 180%.
180. Since when?
Since 2019. Pre-pandemic baseline, and the Greek National Tourism Organization data. It shows the same thing. Consistent growth year after year. It's a solid trend.
And you mentioned Airbnb. They seem to prefer short-term rentals, right? Significantly so.
Massively. It's about a 3-to-1 ratio, rentals over hotels for this group in these villages.
Wow. 3-to-1. Why is that so pronounced there? Is it just these villages?
That's a great point. Well, Bulgarians often lean towards rentals anyway, but these villages, they really hit the sweet spot. They tend to book longer stays, you see. Average is like 5 to 7 nights.
Okay, compared to?
Compared to maybe 2 or 3 nights for other nationalities. And that longer stay, that really fits with their kind of family vacation culture. Short-term rentals just support that so much better.
And it's not just longer stays. They seem quite loyal, too.
Very loyal. The repeat booking rate is impressive. About 35% come back within 2 years.
35%?
And they consistently leave excellent reviews, which, for owners on Airbnb or Booking.com.
That's gold. It pushes your listing right up.
Exactly. Creates a real cycle of visibility and success.
So let's talk location. Why these specific villages? Nea Iraklitsa and Nea Peramos.
Geography. It's absolutely fundamental here. Look, these villages are just 150 kilometers from the Bulgarian border.
Okay, so super close. An easy drive.
Precisely. Bulgarian families can get to these really pristine Greek beaches without the crowds, without the higher prices of the big-name islands. It's just a fantastic value proposition right off the bat.
Let's break them down a bit. Nea Iraklitsa first. What's the draw there? I hear it's got this huge sandy beach, really clear water. Sounds very family-friendly.
It absolutely is. That's a huge part of its appeal. Families love it. Plus, it still feels like, authentic Greece. Relaxed. Not overly commercialized, like maybe some Black Sea resorts they might be used to.
Right.
And we hear from the property manager that places in Iraklitsa, they get consistently higher occupancy from Bulgarian guests. It seems word of mouth within Bulgarian travel groups is really strong for Iraklitsa.
Okay, and Nea Peramos, what's its angle?
Nea Peramos offers something slightly different, but just as appealing. Its location is really strategic because it's basically the gateway to Thasos Island.
So day trips or longer island hops are easy.
Exactly. That appeals to people wanting to explore a bit more. Plus, Peramos itself has a lovely harbor, great seafood tavernas, and you've got beaches and mountains nearby, so more variety in the activities. Bulgarian families seem to really appreciate that mix.
So location is key. But what about other factors? Cultural reasons, economic drivers, especially for picking rentals.
Yeah, the cultural fit is definitely strong. Bulgarian holiday culture often revolves around family time, longer stays together, wanting genuine local experiences. And an Airbnb or a rented apartment just facilitates that much better than separate hotel rooms. You can gather easily, eat together.
And the cost must be a major factor too, especially for families.
Oh, absolutely. It's incredibly compelling economically. Think about it. A family of 4 renting a whole apartment, fully equipped. It's usually significantly cheaper than getting 2 hotel rooms in a more tourist-heavy spot.
Plus you get a kitchen.
Exactly. A kitchen for making breakfast, maybe some lunches, preparing familiar foods, and often some outdoor space, a balcony or garden for the kids. It's that blend of affordability and, well, practicality, functionality.
That flexibility seems huge, making your own schedule, cooking familiar meals.
It really is, especially if you're traveling with, say, older parents or very young children. Having that home away from home setup where you control the meal times, the environment, it just reduces stress and makes the whole trip easier.
Okay, so they know what they want. How are they finding these places? Are they tech-savvy travelers?
Very much so. The data shows over 85% use their phones for research and booking.
Makes sense.
What's really interesting is their reliance on reviews in Cyrillic. They actively seek those out. And they use Google Translate a lot for the property descriptions.
That must have big implications for anyone managing properties there.
Definitely. The successful ones. They optimize listings with really clear, simple language that translates well. Lots of photos are crucial. Comprehensive photo galleries, and detailed house rules, ideally in English and, if possible, Bulgarian.
And being active online.
Essential. Having a presence in those Bulgarian travel groups on Facebook, forums, that's where a lot of discovery and recommendation happens.
Anything else distinctive about how they book?
Yes, their booking window, they tend to plan ahead. It's common for them to book summer stays maybe 2, even 3 months in advance.
Ah, okay. That's helpful for owners.
Very helpful. Better forecasting allows for smarter pricing throughout the season, less last-minute scrambling.
You mentioned the season. This boom must be changing the traditional Greek summer peak, right? July, August only.
Completely changing it. That old pattern of sharp peaks and troughs, it's flattening out, extending significantly. This influx of Bulgarian tourists has really lengthened the season in these areas.
How so? Are they coming earlier? Later?
Both. The data is really clear here. Spring bookings, April and May, are up 120% in the last 3 years.
Wow, 120% in spring. Why then?
Well, the weather's usually lovely, it's not too crowded, and crucially, prices are lower than peak summer. Bulgarian families are certain about finding that value. And then you see strong growth in late summer and early autumn too, September, even into October.
Still warm enough to swim?
Often, yes. The sea stays warm, the crowds thin out. They appreciate that extended summer feel.
So the bottom line impact on revenue must be pretty dramatic.
It really is. Properties that used to maybe only make decent money for 3, perhaps 4 months, now they're seeing steady bookings for 6, sometimes 7 months of the year.
That's a game changer.
Huge. And we've seen quite clearly that managed properties which actively target and cater to Bulgarian guests, they report around 45% higher annual revenue.
45% higher. That's substantial.
It is, but it also means competition is heating up. Market saturation is becoming a real thing. Just having a property there isn't a guarantee anymore. You've got to stand out.
Wow.
Better amenities, really top-notch guest service responsiveness is key. Bulgarian guests really value quick communication and smart pricing.
It sounds like the local area is adapting too, beyond just the property owners.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
You see a clear positive impact locally. This tourism has spurred infrastructure improvements. Local shops, restaurants. Many are hiring Bulgarian-speaking staff now. You see menus translated into Bulgarian, businesses starting to accept Bulgarian payment methods more readily. It's good business sense.
And travel improvement.
Yeah, roads connecting to the border have been improved, cutting travel time. And from Nea Peramos, the ferry services to Thasos have expanded. It all makes the area more attractive.
Interesting. What about their spending habits while they're there, if they're cooking more?
Right, so they tend to spend quite a bit on groceries, stocking up the apartment kitchen.
Yeah.
But they definitely spend money out as well, just maybe differently. They seem to prioritize spending on local experiences. Boat trips are popular, excursions, and they do eat out, especially dinners at traditional tavernas.
So they're still contributing widely to the local economy, just in slightly different ways.
Exactly. It's not less contribution, just a different pattern.
Okay, so if you're an owner or thinking of becoming one, what are the key takeaways? The strategic advice?
Number 1, optimize your listings specifically for them. Use terms they might search for, highlight family stuff, kitchens, beach proximity. Number 2, communication is vital. Get Bulgarian-speaking help if you can, or at least really good translation tools, and be super responsive. And 3rd, think about pricing seasonally to match their patterns. Maybe offer some attractive deals for that growing spring shoulder season to lock in those early family bookings.
Makes sense. What about the future? Looking ahead, does this trend seem sustainable?
Well, regional tourism reports, like the Southeast European Tourism Report for 2025, they predict Bulgarian travel spending overall is going to keep increasing. And beach holidays remain a top priority for them.
And the other factors.
Climate change could actually play a role, believe it or not. As summers get maybe uncomfortably hot at Bulgaria's own Black Sea resorts, the slightly milder temps and, frankly, cleaner waters in northern Greece could become even more appealing.
Oh, interesting angle.
Plus, their new highway connections plan between Bulgaria and northern Greece, supposed to be ready by 2026. That'll cut travel times and costs even further.
Which could fuel even more growth.
Exactly. Now, obviously, there are always risks.
Like what?
Currency swings, the euro versus the Bulgarian lev, that affects purchasing power. And any kind of political or economic instability in either country could potentially dampen cross-border travel. Those are things to watch.
But overall, it sounds like understanding this specific market is crucial for success there.
Absolutely. It really requires more than just standard property management. Having that local expertise, understanding the booking habits, the communication nuances, the cultural expectations, that's what allows professional managers there to really boost occupancy and guest satisfaction for owners. It's specialized knowledge.
So summing it all up then, the big takeaway, this surge of Bulgarian tourists in Nea Iraklitsa and Nea Peramos, it's not just some temporary blip. It feels like a really fundamental change, reshaping tourism in that whole northern part of Greece.
Totally agree. And success there now really hinges on understanding that shift, adapting to what these specific guests want, and delivering high-quality service to keep them coming back.
Right. It makes you think, doesn't it? We've gone deep into this specific corner of Greece today. But what other, maybe less obvious demographic shifts are quietly happening elsewhere, reshaping local tourism, local economies all over the world? Driven by these unique mixes of location, culture, tech, economics, something for you to maybe ponder next time you're scrolling through travel ideas.